There used to be this place in the Berry Hill community. It opened in 1978, closed about 15 years later. To describe what it was like to you, you'll need to know the sense of community. You'll need a mirror ball. You'll need music. It was a gay club called Warehouse 28. In the early days, Macon Kimbrough was a bartender and assistant manager.
Bars were where gay people went to meet.
John Bridges was a patron.
It was a refuge for all of us.
Joey Clay was one of the DJs.
It was predominantly a dance bar.
It's absolutely shaped who I am.
In the early 80s in Nashville, fitting in meant many gay people were not open about their lives.
People didn't know. They'd lose their jobs, they'd lose their friends.
For a lot of people, that was the only place where they could go and meet other people like themselves and not feel so alone.
You met people for the first time that sometimes became lifelong friends.
It's our safe haven. You are not going to come in and make trouble.
And by 3 a.m., lights up, everybody go home. Tomorrow night, come back, dance again.
Mike Wilson and Steve Smith, they were the heart and soul of the Warehouse 28.
The 28 in the name was a reference to the owner's June 28th anniversary. They were strong proponents of gay rights and set out to create a place for everyone to have fun.
There was a lot of straight people.
They wanted to dance, I don't know.
There was resistance. When the Warehouse 28 first opened, it got firebombed.
But the community just came in, they cleaned the thing up, and it was open again.
It's like with anything, we just live our lives.
It was in the midst of the early 80s. Something was happening in the community. It was something that wasn't yet getting much talk on TV. By 1982, the CDC began calling it AIDS.
Our friends were dying.
There was a lot of fear.
I have lost some close friends.
In the darkest days, sometimes we go to 2 funerals a week. Kurt Benz, the cleverest and the smartest guy. I've lost lots of friends, but Kurt was the first of my dearest friends. And yes, Kurt was gone, but he was dear.
You just had to be safe, be smart, and just keep living.
The people at Warehouse 28 knew this.
And if nobody else is going to help us, we just have to do it ourselves.
Led by Steve and Michael, they began raising money through drag shows and auctions, which in 1985 played a key role in the creation of Nashville Cares, an HIV/AIDS service organization still in Nashville today. By the late 80s, attention did change. An AIDS commission was established. People living with AIDS were cautious about sharing their stories publicly, but conversations were happening.
Oh my goodness.
It's a sense of pride looking back on the pictures of the people who helped make Nashville Cares happen.
Because all that hair.
The Western theme was a theme for a while.
Is this like the urban cowboy era?
It was actually more village people.
Okay.
There was more village. It was more village people.
I wonder if people, when they're making history, always know that they're making history.
Okay. Consider it unveiled, okay. Thank you all for being here.
A historical marker now stands on 8th Avenue South, where Warehouse 28 used to be. Owner Steve Smith died from AIDS-related causes in 1995, while Michael Wilson now lives in the Dominican Republic. Michael speaks to us from there, sitting on the right, alongside best friend and fellow gay rights advocate Ron Sanford.
I never realized that what we were doing would get me to this point, and I'm extremely honored that this is being recognized. We were fighting for our lives. We never really thought about what would come from it.
I met all my dear friends here, but it brings back memories that hurt, memories of people we'll never see again. In the warehouse, we danced all night. The night's a little brighter now because of the warehouse.
They saved lives, and that right there is that's plenty for a marker.
I'm Forrest Sanders, News Channel 5.